Hello guys, and welcome to another edition of Rage Against the Dice. Today we've got actually a look at some models for you, but before that we're going to go into a little bit about everything. So this is02Media, or 02media.ca. 02media.ca. I've come up with these fantastic sculpts for what I believe is a comic book system by Zion Studios, who also do a game by 4-colorstudios called Super Mission Force. And as you can see here, Super Mission Force is the goal system game of fast and fun superhero action featuring easy character creation, quick action and famous henchman rules. Super Mission Force lets you play out superhero action using any miniatures from your collection, written for 28mm figures, but can easily be scaled to 15. The rules also offer a campaign system that faithfully captures comic book tales and battles, and allows players to tell great stories on their tabletops, gather some friends, new figures, and a handful of six-sided die. Super Mission Force awaits. And yeah, you can get the PDF. I think I got my copy of it through Lulu. I think it was about £8, or £8. Yes, optimize my experience, I don't care. Yes, so my copy of the rulebook I think cost me like £8 or something like that. As I said, they've got it here for £7.16 excluding VAT. Yeah, I've got it on my tablet. It's a really nice little rule system. It's one we haven't had a chance to check out yet. But as I said, there will be a link to that in the description below. And then, as I said, this is 02Media, 02Media CA, and they're starting to show up the previews for the second set of these. So as you can see here, these are called Watchguard, or Team Force 5, and these are the miniatures we're going to be looking at. So there's Spider Squirrel here, who's my absolute favourite looking model of the ones that we've got so far. And then there's Trash Panda, which of course, as you guys, if you watch our channel, know is quite often the nickname that we have for Sparks, the filthy mage in the filthy mage business. No, there's just the two on this particular one. But yes, so we're going to look at each of the models. I just wanted to show you Zion Studios, 02media.ca, Super Mission Force, and of course 4-colorstudios, and all of this is going to be linked below. Go and look at their Facebook group. Have I liked it? Yes, I have liked it, because I'm not a monster. They've got the little shop thing going on, so if you click on that, they have their own website too, which is, I think it's you would say it is O2, same as like the mobile phone company. But here's the Hourglass, Kindle, Man of War, and I believe they have them as a blob set where you buy all of them as one. I thought I'd planned this a lot better. I haven't. Yes, here you get Ultra Urbanite, Trash Panda, Spider Squirrel, Hourglass, Kindle, and Man of War. So what we're going to do now, guys, because you don't want to see some websites and things like that, we're going to go to the table and we're going to look at each of the models individually. Now, at this stage, I really want to paint them, but I wanted to show them off before they were painted, because they'd probably look better, if I'm honest. So mine are at an undercoated stage, and I undercoated them with varying different types of undercoat, just to show you how well the undercoat sticks to the models, because they are resin models. And I'll talk you through each model as we get to them. So yeah, let's go down. So welcome back to the table, guys. So as I said, these are 28mm scale models, and this is Hourglass. Now the reason I started with Hourglass is because it's the only model I have any criticism of. So straight off the bat, I want to get that out of the way, and then it's nothing but positivity. So first thing I will stress is this model is beautifully sculpted, and I went with a bone spray on this. That's not a really bad mold line, that's detailing. There's still a little gap there that I need to fill in that I didn't even notice until I'd undercoated it. But again, that's nothing to do with the models, that's myself when cleaning it up. But yeah, the models are really, really nice. And I went for a bone look to see how it popped the details, and I'm really, really proud of it. In terms of the undercoat, it takes the paint really, really well. The one problem I had is this Hourglass here, the resin is really brittle, and that snapped So I don't know if you can see, if you get really close, you can see where I patchworked it. And I probably could have done with clean it down a bit more, to be honest, but I was a bit worried it would snap again. It was the only problem I had with this, and as I said, there's a tiny little gap in the shoulder there that I need to fill, but that's a liquid green stuff thing. That's not a big major problem. And again, there was things I didn't really spot until I'd undercoated them. So yeah, it's just one of those things. Anybody who's been modelling a while will have done that, where you'll have thought, oh yeah, I've got rid of all those mould lines, this looks fine. And then, yeah, you realise afterwards you need to do a bit more cleaning up. So we're going to move to the next model now. So this guy is Ultra Urbanite, and he's a fantastic model. He's one of the bigger models. Detailing and such on him. Again, there's a little bits of cleaning up that I thought I'd got, and I realised I hadn't. But that's nothing to do with the models, that's me. The area where I do my cleaning up and stuff at the minute, the lighting's not brilliant on it. And, you know, 200 other excuses that modelers make. I sprayed this one with just a cheap primer from a pound shop. And it went on really, really well. Again, the resin holds the primer really, really nicely. Full disclosure, I did wash them, of course, because it is resin, and that would just be stupid not to. But anyway, let's have a look at the next one now. So this model's Man of War, and again I went with a grey primer, but this time I went with the new grey Games Workshop one. There's a very slight difference between that and the cheap pound one, to be honest, but my light box basically cancels out those differences, so it's by the by. But again, this is a fantastic sculpt on this model. And the gun's ridiculously big. And as I said, it's resin. It's a beautiful sculpt, and price-wise, they're not expensive. Like 15, 20 Canadian dollars or something like that. It is. Hopefully, they'll pop into some like UK retailers and things like that. And then if you're like myself in the UK, you'll pick them up. We were sent these to show them off, to be fair. However, the first time I saw the Trash Panda pop up in my little ads thing on Facebook, I was following intently. So when they contacted and said, can we send you them? I, played coy a little bit, but no. So as I said, as a disclosure purposes, these were sent to us for the purposes of reviewing. The praise that I'm giving them isn't due to that. They're just really, really nice sculpts. Speaking of Trash Panda, I think it's time we checked him out. So here he is. Here's Trash Panda. He's a beast. He's massive. What I'm going to do, so I'm just going to very quickly pop him there. I'm going to get Old Hourglass there and pop her next to him. So you can see just, he's massive. He's a really, really big model. And he's such a nice sculpt. I mean, of course, you get the little cards with them that tells you what they do. And if you haven't read the rules and things like that, it doesn't really make a lot of sense. So we're not going to look at them today. But it isn't going to be my last video, certainly, on A, the game, and B, these models. They've got the second series stuff coming out soon. Or the second wave, and I'm definitely interested in that. I've seen some couple of concept renders and things like that, and I'm really excited for it. But again, really, really nice sculpt. Held the primer really well. It is a bone primer again, but it's just a cheap one from Halfords. I don't even think it was called a bone primer. It was like an eggshell or off-white or something like that. Anyway, we're going to come down now to my two favourites. So the next one we'll look at is Kindle. So this model's Kindle, and I said before that the only negative I had was on Hourglass's actual Hourglass. Kindle was a bit of a pain in the butt to put together, to be honest, because she's the only one who's in a load of different parts. but the model itself is beautiful. And I sprayed it red, and this is Army Painter red, just because I like it. And it can be a bit funny sometimes on resin models what it goes on, or how easily it chips off. But as you can see, this has had no thing, it's not coming off. Whereas if I did that to, say, my TT combat models, whether that be Rumble Slam or Carnival, that would most likely, even after washing, take the paint off, the primer, which is frustrating when you're painting it. But yeah, she's a beautiful, beautiful model. But as I said, the back and the front and all these little bits all kind of sploosh together. I think she's some of my favourite detailing wise, though. I mean, look at the detailing on the trousers and things like that. Don't look at her sweater yams, you perverts. So yeah, so the last one we're going to look at is my absolute favourite. And that's Spider Squirrel. His name is ridiculous, but in the best possible way. So let's have a look. So, we're back, guys. And as you can see, I primed this guy blue. And again, it wasn't an expensive blue. It's a Halfords blue. It's slightly less vibrant blue than it looks under my lighting. But the sculpt on him is fantastic. You can see obviously all the details and all the muscling. And then he's got like this kind of thing designed down his arm. I know it's not the thing. I think they're metal from the look of the picture, but it's really, really cool. The face detailing is really, really nice. Again, not difficult to put together. Tiny little mold lining bit I need to sort out there, but other than that, really, really cool model. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you all 6 of them lined up together, just so you can kind of get a feel for them. So here we have them. As you can see, the 6 models together. You can see the differences in size. You can see how the differences in the undercoats. And you can see how all the details themselves are popping. Now, yes, I've been doing modelling a long time, so I'm, for the most part, fairly good with undercoats and things like that. So I tend to get quite a nice, you know, even coverage. But I think even if you were a beginner, other than watching out for hourglass snapping, I don't think you'd have any problems with these. As I said, I did wash them because they're resin. You should always wash resin. They went together with just basic cheap super glue. The primers all stick really, really well. What I always do once I've primed something and it dries, I'll usually give it like a rub just with my thumb to see if that takes any of the primer off. And that's usually a good indication of whether you need to seal it or anything like that afterwards. None of these have been sealed. They've been thrown very gently in a Games Workshop case, and as you know, the new Games Workshop foam isn't really the best. So they haven't been treated with as much love as maybe they should, just due to the fact that I've needed the space. But yeah, I'm a really, really big fan of these models. This is what one of the cards would look like. I'm going to zoom out now. You can see behind the curtain a little bit. So there you go. So he's Spider Squirrel, and he's got MA, MD, RA, RD, PA, and PD. Again, you need to buy the rule book. You can see the inches of movement up at the top there. You can see his skill type as a brawler, or his class. He's got a major power called Scrapper, etc., etc. And then it's got the little Super Mission Force and the O2 Media CA down at the bottom. And the back just shows you a picture. Oh, the 35mm, not 28. My apologies. And then again, Zion Studios down at the bottom there. So, as I said, I'm a really, really big fan of these models, purely on their aesthetic. We've still not yet to play the game because, you know, us and the amount of games we have to play. Really, really excited for the second wave. There's a villain in there that I really, really want. And I will be purchasing that and showing it off on the channel. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get these painted. Now, whether that's as one single video where I just show you the painted, all 6 of them, or whether I paint them in stages and I show you each one off individually, will depend on how much of the content I need to film, promises and things to fulfill, and also depends on how quick I get them painted. Like, I very much want to paint Spider Squirrel, so he's probably going to be the first one on my painting block, and then we're going to look at Panda, and then so on and so forth, and then we'll probably finish off maybe with Hourglass, because again, I worry that our Hourglass will snap when I'm painting it. Other than that, I do not have enough good things to say about these models. They're absolutely fantastic. All the links are down below for you to check them out for yourself. The rulebook, again, it's really, really cheap. Pick it up just to check it out. I mean, £8, what else are you going to spend that on? I don't know what you crazy kids get for £8 these days. Me, I just end up having to split it 50-50 with my boys. But yeah, so no, guys, do the normal social media thing, like subscribe, let me know what you think of the models in the comments. If you've actually got them, or you've played any of the games that they come in, or read any of the media, let me know down below, because as I said, it's just something I'm now getting into, as well as the many, many other things. But yeah, guys, big shout out to, of course, 02Media.ca for sending us the models to show off. Yeah, I genuinely don't have anything but praise, other than, as I said, Hourglass's fragility, and that could be something to do with my clumsiness. But yeah, guys, thanks very much for watching. Pray the dice, guys, and hope they smile upon you. Take care.